friends that I love these girls very much. They're dearest friends to me, and I love that they're helping me out very, very dearly. And I tend to collect a lot of quotes, so they will be reading some quotes that inspired the poems that I am reading. Thank you. I was so naive when I met you. Thought you were my saving grace, my only place, my greatest opportunity. I was promised hope and safety so the world could be mine for the taking, mine for the making, and yet I became yours for the breaking. I didn't know what was happening. Never thought it was possible for someone like me, never even considered that it could be a possibility. Yet there I was, breaking, broken, broke. I didn't know what was happening. Until I was bawling my eyes out at 1 in the morning, until I was apathetic to the breakdown that just occurred, until my life just didn't mean anything anymore. I didn't know until it was too late. I was so confused. I was scared. I was empty. And from that moment on, I knew what you had done to me, what you were doing to me. And yet I didn't stop it. Nobody did. I hated every inch of my soul, my body, my being. The shell I had become, the burden that was me, I hated every second, and I was reeling. You held on to me. Held me when no one else would. Held me when no one else could. So I held you onto you just as fiercely. For what is better? The devil you know or the devil you don't? I picked my poison, and it was you.
Galapsia, the delusion of things being more beautiful than they really are. The best people possess a feeling for beauty, the courage to take risks, the discipline to tell the truth, the capacity for sacrifice. Ironically, their virtues make them vulnerable. They are often wounded, sometimes destroyed. When did pressing the send button get so hard?
Sometimes you have to forget what you feel and remember what you deserve.
Love never dies a natural death. It dies because we don't know how to replenish its source. It dies of blindness and errors and betrayal. It dies of illness and woundedness. It dies of weariness, of withering, and of tarnishing.
I'm often quiet when I'm screaming on the inside.
Sometimes I feel like a shell of a human, and sometimes I feel like I'm trapped in the shell.
If the truth is inconvenient, if it doesn't fit, they don't believe you.
Costa, a dark ache of the soul, a sick pining, a spiritual anguish.
It's hard to let go of the demons inside. They were holding you, no one else would.
I've never cried so much before, and I don't even know what for anymore. Silence is deafening.
instructions and were left to wonder why she saw nothing but darkness with stars showing in her eyes. Maybe they'd forgotten when they failed to see the cracks of the star's light shines brighter when it starts to collapse.
When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. Your biggest commitment must always be to yourself.
I'm tired. I'm lonely, and I'm tired, and I'm over it. This poison that is coursing through my veins. Why is it working? Why aren't we working? Why can't it be enough? I said those things to you, to myself. Over and over and over and over and over and over again, and yet all you said was to try again. So I did. I tried again. And you failed me. You failed me again. You failed me more times than I can remember. And I am tired. I am so tired. I am so done with you, with this, with us. And when I tried to tell you again, when I finally told you, you understood. You told me to stop. You finally saw me and held me. Made me feel special and seen. You were there for me. Until you weren't. Again. Until I wasn't enough. Again. Until I wasn't worth your time. Again. I tried to hold on. I wanted to hold on and be good. I wanted to be happy like I was before, but my effort wasn't enough for you. My pain and suffering was too much for you. I was too much for you. And that's when I knew. That's when I realized I couldn't hold on anymore. That's when I decided to let you go. To let myself go. To let myself heal. To let myself grow. I looked around at the green grass, at the blue sky. I looked around, fresh air flowing into my lungs. I looked around at the world and I knew there was beauty to be seen. I knew I wanted to love myself. I knew I wanted to live life to its fullest. Without you. Without the poison that you gave me. Finally, I want it.
Rasa's body, the taste of bliss in the absence of all thoughts.
Kairos, the moment you realize you're happy. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy.
Although the world is full of suffering, it's also full of overcoming it.
Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path.
If something burns your soul with purpose and desire, it's your duty to be reduced to ashes by it. Still, as he fled, his eye was backward cast, as if his spirit still followed him behind.
Here you are, living despite it all.
Now we are stronger again, but this time with memory.
And you scare people because you are whole, all by yourself.
There are many things I have discovered. It is not easy to want, to need, to feel. I have discovered it is not easy to be happy. But I want it. I still want it. I'm trying to find reasons. The happiness that once came so easily. But was it ever really that easy? I've begun to realize how I've more often ignored the poison that lay dormant within me. I've begun to realize the anxieties that have plagued me from the beginning. I've begun to realize how close off I really am. Never would I have known these things if it wasn't for you. I do not thank you for opening my eyes. I will not pretend you did me any kind of service. I will never forget the pain and suffering I went through. But I will remember how I overcame them. I will remember what makes me burn to life. I will remember what fills my heart with joy. I am trying to find those reasons again. Relearning to love my mind, my body, my soul. Reaching into the depths of my being for the light I once held so dearly. The light that others say they still see. The light I know is within me. Refusing to silence my voice, refusing to stifle my thoughts no matter how intrusive they are. I will not lie about myself. I will not lie to myself. Acknowledging all that I have gone through and am going through, letting them crash over me, against me, through me. To ignore them would be to ignore myself. For I was made from both light and dark. I consist of both happiness and sadness, and I am capable of both feeling and not feeling. So I will try. I will continue, but I will not fall.